Thank you, Robin, and thank you for the shout out, obviously. Next, to talk about something that I find very interesting, because it's a thing that we have talked about at Firefox a bunch of times, but haven't really done anything with. Michael Hablich is going to talk to us about how to use model context protocols in order to use AI systems to improve or to help you debug performance issues.
Thank you very much. Let me get set up first. Looks good. Okay, so hi. My name is Michael Hablich. I am product manager for Chrome DevTools, Puppeteer, Chrome Driver, and a few other things. I work on a Google Chrome team. And today, I'm going to talk with you about MCP. So who in here knows what MCP stands for? Raise your hand. Okay, half of the people, very nice. Did you know that MCP is actually a new core web vital that we are right now experimenting with? It stands for mean content paints. And those are really the mean paints on your page, like the highest one. Those are the mean ones we are focusing on. I mean, obviously, that's a joke, right? It's wrong. MCP stands for Model Context Protocol, as was already alluded to before. And what it is, it's an open standard that provides MCP clients. So this is important, MCP clients, via MCP servers. And today we are talking about an MCP server with tools to enhance their capabilities. So essentially, the MCP client gets more powerful by using MCP servers. You can also say it connects AI agents like Gemini, CLI, or Claude, or on that nice graph chart that you see here that I have taken from Adios Minus blog post that goes a lot more into depth what MCP is made for. And here the MCP client is Cursor as an example. It's using the MCP layer, the Model Context Protocol layer, to connect to the different model context protocol servers, GitHub, Slack, local file system, Chrome DevTools everywhere. Right. Okay, so that is MCP. But going back, why did we actually build an MCP server, right, for Chrome DevTools? So the problem is that you have your AI coding agent like Gemini CLI, like Claude Code, for example, Codex. I don't know, choose your poison. Doesn't really matter. And they're generating a lot of code, and then they really have a hard time figuring out if that code that they created actually works correctly. Of course, there's linters, you can compile it, you get feedback back, but essentially it feels like coding blindfolded. Like imagine you don't really see what's happening. That leads to guesswork and trial and error. So you might have seen if you're using AI coding agents like, hey, yes, I fixed the bug. I'm done, let's commit it. And then it kind of like, nah, you didn't. Just look, it's not working. Yeah, so which means now you need to manually investigate, start investigating in the browser why it's not working. So we figured, you know what? What if we would build Chrome DevTools, but for AI agents? And that's how our MCP server was born. Which is essentially, it gives your AI coding agent access to the power of Chrome DevTools. With the goal, ask the agent, but trust the runtime, because we have the data, right? How does it look like? So now we go into the more lighter content of this presentation. I'm going to show you a few videos and examples, because it's already late. I think that's nicer. So as an example, what you see here is that is one of those AI agents, MCP clients, and this one is Claude Code. Yes, I think this one is Claude Code, for example. Doesn't really matter, as I said. But you should be using Gemini CLI, of course. No bias there. Yeah, and as a user, as the developer, I'm prompting it, the search dialog, open slowly, improve, give me a second. Improve it, app runs on something on localhost. Okay, so here our Chrome DevTools MCP server is already hooked up, so it's already working And what happens? Without surprise, the browser is started. And then, give me a second, let me pause that. What is happening is the MCP client is utilizing our server to open the browser and also to do some stuff there. And for example here, it uses the MCP server to do a click. I don't know, on some of those items. I would need to have a look. So this is DevTools time. That's one of our example applications that we have that's simulating a publisher's website, for example. Right, so it triggers an interaction, so it's clicking on it. You see, it's slow, that sucks. And it's starting a trace, right? You can see it here. Yeah, maybe you can't see it, I'm sorry. But trust me, it's doing essentially a trace here. And then it's returning a performance insights, essentially. And the MCP client takes that, and then does stuff based on that. Mention that, so for here, it does fixes to the source code, hot model loading, comes in, reloads the page. Now you might have seen the tag that it now tries to verify, is it actually faster? And what you will see, yes, it's faster. Yeah, it's faster. And here it's also talk about CLS because that's also better. Nice drive-by fix. Okay, but that's very specific. That's only one of those examples. Right, this is nice. The good thing is you can try it out yourself. There's a URL there, or you simply go to the same URL, but here with the QR code. And there should be elaborative setup instructions there that should help you to install it. Yeah, if that doesn't work for you, give me a call or create an issue on our issue tracker on that on our GitHub repository. Because it also turns out setting up MCP servers is not as frictionless as it could be, but that's a different story. Right, but there's like setup instructions for all the different MCP clients. Try them out, they should work. Prerequisites, super straightforward. You need to have Node 20 at least. You need to have an MCP compatible client. Yes, of course. Every one of the major ones is going to qualify. Copilot, Gemini CLI, Cursor, what do we have there? Claude Code, Codex. I'm probably missing one or two of them. Klein. Yeah, doesn't matter. And there's always going to be some sort of MCP config file that you need to populate. Should be relatively straightforward, more or less. Right, that is an example of a config file. And that's most of the time the only config that they're going to need, which is simply telling it, hey, this is the Chrome DevTools MCP server. Am I over time? No? Okay. But now, do you want to have the mic? No? Okay. And just pointing to our latest release on NPM. Yeah. And then restart the client and then run a prompt. Examples for a prompt, then it should work, or it ought to work. Example prompts, like for example, something that's probably very close to your hearts. Improve LCP for localhost DevTools pit stop. So for some people who have seen our presentations at I/O, we have this pit stop application. Give a second. So what's happening? This is Gemini CLI, for example, another MCP client, and here again, typing in improve LCP for localhost pit stop, blah, blah, blah. It's doing that now. What's happening? Same thing. The model is thinking, model creates a plan, model opens browser, records a performance trace. Now here comes, that's actually the text that comes back. So Gemini CLI is very straightforward, giving you all the information. Claude Code is trying to not show you all the information, so different concepts. Yeah, so, but it's essentially the same thing. What it's doing right now is like doing a performance trace, fixing it, and then validating the fix, and now it's done. Very good. So now it's faster. Also, trust me, because I can't find the right position in the video where it's saying it's faster. I can find it, but it's just going to take time. I don't know why slides doesn't auto-stop in the last frame. Right, next prompt. Something else that's not that much performance rated, but I think it's also very nice because you can also use it for a lot of other things that you might be interested in. The registration form does not work on localhost. Fix it. Very open for interpretation, right, for the MCP client. Like, hey, here's a bug, fix it. But you might have seen bug reports I've got in the past. I have. Yeah. So what's happening here? So that is a form, and you can see you're clicking on it and nothing is working. So again, this is again. Oh, yeah. Click on the form, nothing is working. So obviously it's not working. So fix it. Again, prompt is put in, stuff is happening. Here is again Cloud Code working, same thing. It's trying it out, and now it's going to detect, yes, I will click on it, but it's not working, and then it fixes it, hot model reloading, reloads the page essentially, or reloads the module, and fixes it, and then validates, yeah, it's working now. Yeah, this is also fast forward, so in real time it's not as fast as you see it here. It's like 4 times or something like that. I think accelerated. Other thing like that is for styling, fixed news being cut off in the headers on a pixel device. So this is interesting because it tells the model that it is styling rated because something is cut off, right? So 5 minutes? 5 minutes, perfect. But also on the pixel device, so it also tells the model, hey, this is actually related to a pixel device, so you might want to change the viewport, which it also can do, right? Because you need that. And you can also do emulation for network, but also for CPU. That might be more relevant for performance. Yeah, and it's also doing that. Yeah, same thing. Thing is working. And you see, here it's completely off screen. And you can also see that the viewport is being changed. Then it's fixed, essentially. And with that, here, slides, interesting choices. With that, try it out, give it a try. Again, the QR code, right? Or you can also contact me over email or via LinkedIn. Contact information is there. Or the best thing is if you create issues on our GitHub repository. Yes, we are looking at them, and yes, we are triaging them. And with that, I thank you very much and enjoy the rest of perf.sync.